It's hard not to write these jokes. It's hard not to think about. Even when I watch sports, I be thinking about, like think about, okay, say LeBron James changed his gender. You know what I mean? Okay, can he stay in the NBA, or, because he's a woman, does he have to go to the WNBA, where he will score 840 points a game?
Famous comedians Dave Chappelle and Bill Burr have caught the internet by storm after they both made humorous jokes about woke culture. For example, in this video, Dave Chappelle explains the difference between the WNBA and the NBA, saying that if LeBron James had become a woman, he would have scored an insane number of points. However, this was not it. Dave didn't have any of it and went all out. Dave said that if women and men were equal, there would be no WNBA and they could just play alongside men. But his next idea was nothing less than controversial.
What does it actually mean to be equal? You know what I mean? Like, if women are actually equal to men, then there would be no WNBA, would there? You would just be good enough to play in the NBA with us. Or, here's another idea that's going to be very controversial. You could shut the fuck up.
Next up, Dave Chappelle was seen talking about his friend Louis C.K., and he even said that this story had already gotten him into a little bit of trouble before this. But he doesn't really care about it, and is as confident as he always is while telling the story.
It's really fucking tough to watch what's going on. You know, ladies, I said it in my last special, and I got in a lot of trouble for this. I told you were right going to work. But I'm biased. I said it. Louis C.K. was a very good friend of mine before he died in that terrible masturbation accident. And it was his room. You read the story. He was masturbating in his own room. That's where you're supposed to masturbate. And then he said, hey, everybody, I'm gonna pull my dick out. Nobody ran for the door or nothing like that. They all just kind of hung out like, I wonder if this guy's serious. And he came on his own stomach. There it is. What is the threat?
After telling the story, Chappelle said that men and women would both react to this kind of situation in an opposite manner, stating that one would run to the door and call the police, while the other would just stand there in shock, wondering if the guy was serious. Afterward, Dave said that the guy had done nothing that could be the basis for calling the police.
He didn't do anything that you can call the police for. I dare to try. Call the police on him. Hello, police? Yes, I am on the other line with comedian Louis C.K., and I think that he is masturbating while I'm on the phone. You know what the police are gonna say in Atlanta? Well, what are you guys talking about?
Dave also expressed his frustration about people who are against Louis C.K.'s return to comedy clubs and doing comedy by saying that if he is able to do that, women are going to get hurt. However, Dave immediately fired back at them by stating the strict anti-abortion law since Roe v. Wade.
They ruined this nigga's life, and now he's coming back playing comedy clubs, and they acting like if he's able to do that, that's gonna hurt women. What the fuck is your agenda, ladies? Is sexism dead? No, in fact, the opposite happened. I said it was gonna get worse, and they said I was tone deaf. But 8 states, including your state, have passed the most stringent anti-abortion laws this nation has seen since Roe v. Wade.
He has also made it clear that he doesn't think famous people should be punished for things they said or did in the past, especially if they come from a different social or cultural background. His main point is that the internet has made it easy to find old mistakes and use them to ruin lives. He says that this doesn't take into account how people change and grow. The way he sees it, people should be allowed to grow instead of being judged for their pasts. He often calls this time of year celebrity hunting season, when everyone is eagerly waiting for the next famous person to mess up. Moving forward, Dave told a story in which he said that he was not allowed to say the word. However, his reply made the whole audience erupt in laughter.
But I can't say the word. And she said, because, David, you are not gay. I said, well, Renee.
In In the same show, Dave also talked about his and Kevin's experiences in learning the truth about show business. Dave had also said that while comedians can joke about anything they want, they are given an unwritten rule that they are not going to say anything that is going to upset the woke people. However, Dave couldn't care less about the rule, and while he showed a little hesitation in saying their name, he later went all out on them, without caring for a single second about the rule that he had just talked about.
But you see, what I didn't realize at the time and what Kevin had to learn the hard way is we were breaking an unwritten and unspoken rule of show business. And if I say it, you'll know that I'm telling you the truth. The rule is that no matter what you do in your artistic expression, you are never, ever allowed to upset the alphabet people. You know who I mean. Those people that took 20% of the alphabet for themselves. I'd say the letters, but I don't want to conjure their anger. It's too late now. I'm talking about them L's and them B's and them G's and the T's.
Afterwards, Dave started explaining that he is also good friends with some of the people with the letters, but the people with the letter T hate him more than anything in the world.
People be surprised. I have friends, all kinds of letters. Everybody loves me, and I love everybody. I got friends who are L's, I got friends who are B's, and I got friends who are G's. But the T's hate my fucking guts. And I don't blame them. It's not their fault, it's mine. I can't stop telling jokes about these niggas. I don't want to write these jokes, but I just can't stop.
Carrying on. Someone's phone started ringing in the middle of the show, and Dave started making jokes about it, and eventually connected it to the letters in the end. Dave just can't catch a break with these jokes.
What is this, high school? This nigga probably got a babysitter or something. Go on and answer your phone, nigga. Just get that shit out of here. I'm in the middle of something important. Wouldn't it be funny if we made fun of him? He's like, and he went outside like, hello? Mama's dead. Oh, no! Mama's dead. That was a weird timed phone call, wasn't it? It's like his phone is gay.
Dave has been a known critic of the woke culture. In his 2019 Netflix special Sticks and Stones, Chappelle made fun of woke culture and how it condemns people for having opposing opinions or making mistakes in the past. He said that people are too sensitive right now and are quick to label others as troublesome without giving them a chance to explain themselves. Chappelle says that the fear of being shamed in public or canceled stops people from having open conversations, being funny, and, in the end, growing as a person. His comedy often shows how much he thinks it's important for people to be able to make mistakes and learn from them, as well as for people to be able to talk freely about tough topics. Now let's talk about Bill Burr. Bill Burr is also an American comedian who is known for his savage replies and unwavering confidence. In interviews and stand-up shows, Burr has said many times that he believes the woke movement began with a positive cause, but has since become exaggerated. It doesn't bother him to say that some parts of the movement are important. As a lot of comedians do, he understands that comedy has been used to hurt people by spreading harmful ideas or negative stereotypes. However, Burr believes that comedy should not be used for this purpose and should be the only means of entertainment. But Burr doesn't agree with what he sees as too many changes. His view is that woke culture has changed from something that makes people more socially aware to something that is strict and bossy. It doesn't matter much to him what people say, think, or even laugh at. What matters is that he spreads good vibes. He believes that woke culture has made the world a scary place where people are scared to speak out because they do not want to get fired or shamed in public for a small mistake. Bill has criticized the woke culture many times and has been in a lot of controversy. But alongside Dave Chappelle, Mr. Bill hasn't stopped making jokes about them. In one video, Bill Burr was seen talking about woke people, talking about how Hollywood creates impossible images of the body, which offends the woke people, and also how plus-size people are fed up with being treated like plus-size people.
It's the dumbest one ever. They talk about Hollywood going like, Hollywood, they create these impossible body images, blah, blah, blah. You know, that whole thing, the plus-size actress, right? the fatties. You know? That's like a big thing. They're sick of being treated like fat people.
Bill didn't stop there. He also made fun of how these activists are now being placed on magazine covers and other people praising them, saying that they are fabulous and brave and awesome and whatnot.
I don't know what it is they're doing. They're going on the cover of magazines now, just like showing how fat they are, wearing a little bit amount of clothes. And everybody's like hyping them up, like, oh my God, that's so brave. That's so courageous. I'm not saying it doesn't take balls, but that's a bit of an overreach with the word brave, right? Like, what am I supposed to do if I ever see a fireman running out of a building carrying a baby and an old lady? Am I going to sit there like, oh my God, you're like a fat actress that takes her shirt off to do a magazine shoot to promote the movie she's in?
Bill had also said that while he knows that making jokes about plus-size people is wrong, he does not get why. He says that it is totally curable, and thus, making jokes about it shouldn't be a problem.
Now look, I know you're not supposed to make fun of fat people. I understand, all right? I don't know why, though. Why? They're not a race. They're not a religion. It's totally curable. Eat an apple and go for a walk, you know? Why the fuck are you giving me shit for? All right? You put the cookies in there. I didn't. How is this my problem?
He was going all out on stage, also saying that these people should change their diet and be on his side of the fence joining him.
Jesus Christ, you ate your way in, you can walk your way out. All right? And just slowly start shedding the pounds. Shove some fucking lettuce in there instead of a bunch of ho-hos, and it's gonna come down. And then you're on my side of the fence, right?
While both of these comedians have been caught up in many controversies due to their personal opinions about woke culture, they have no plan of retiring anytime soon.